If the word gaslighting is in the dictionary, Rap's picture is right next to it. Drew, what are we doing? Drew, he gotta go. Drew, get some self respect. Drew, leave his ass. Drew! Drew! And what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a review of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 14, Episode 2. Okay, we're here for Episode 2 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, before we get into the review for tonight, let's get into what we got coming up. Okay, so tomorrow will be the Bad Boys LA panel, which stars myself, Jamar, and Maddie Rance, okay? At the same time at 8-7, well, it's going to be 8:15, 7:15 Central Time. That's 8:15, 7:15 Central Time, where me, Jamar, and Maddie get down to the nitty-gritty with these queens on Bad Boys LA, okay? Straight up and down. And on Tuesday, we're going to get into some things about tonight's episode on the Whether You Like It or Not Season 3 panel, and it will be on Terrence's page at 9:15, 8:15 Central Time on Tuesday night. That's 9:15, 8:15 Central Time. Right on over there and giving you the real tea. He already got the link already out there, so go over there and set your reminders so y'all can be tuned in, okay? And that's all I'm going to talk about because that's Monday and Tuesday. Anything else I got coming up this week, you will hear about it at the end of the video, okay? Now, without any further ado, let's get into the review, okay? Now, we're going to start this thing off with Sonia. We didn't see that much of her on this episode. We didn't see that much of Sonia. However, it's her mother, and her sister. And I must say that they look like triplets. They look like triplets. Like I'm honestly enjoying seeing Sonia and her family dynamics. I'm really enjoying this. It's like it's bringing another element to the show, and I'm enjoying it. But 9 damn people in one fucking house, that is a whole lot, okay? That is a whole lot of personalities. There's a lot of people eating everybody's food. That's a lot that's going on, because imagine when I was going through my homeless situation and me and my family were living in a hotel room. It was 4 of us, 1 room, 1 bathroom. Bitch, when I tell you there was a whole lot, and I hated every second of it. Thank God we're in a different place in life. But bitch, that was a whole lot going on, okay? So I can only imagine 9 people being in one damn house. It's too much noise. It's too loud. Too many damn bodies around. Just too much. Just too damn much. But, child, they weren't really talking about shit but some damn beef patties. They really arguing over some beef patties, okay? And it was funny. It was fucking funny. They arguing over beef patties, but it is what it is. They just want to let you know what it is. But Sonia asked her sister, how did she feel about living in Atlanta? She says that she's pretty much gotten used to being in Atlanta. You know, it's her home now, but she's very excited about living with her mama all over again. You know, it's different because she had her own place, but now she's in a house with her whole family. So it's a different dynamic. And I can only imagine, because honestly, I've never really lived on my own. The only time I lived on my own was when I went off to college, and me and my cousin, Reggie, were roommates. So that's the only time I lived alone, like lived outside of my family. But for the most part, for the most of my 33 years of my life, I lived at home. You know what I mean? And even now, I still live at home. But this house is so big that I got my own side of the house. As you can see, I got my own refrigerator. I got my own bathroom. I got my own back door. Like, there have been plenty of times I've gotten home from work and came in through the back and nobody even knew I was here. You know what I mean? So that's just where I'm at with it. So, you know, people be bragging on folks that's 30 plus still living at home. But some people be telling me, you know, stay your ass at home. You ain't got to go nowhere until you're ready to. And my mother would not mind us living here. She don't give a damn if we 50 or 60. She don't give a damn about us being here. So as of right now, you know, it's me, my brother, my mom, and my uncle. My uncle just moved back here from California, so it's all of us here now. My sister lives alone, got her own apartment, but it's me and my brother, my mom, and my uncle. It's 4 of us here now. And the dynamic is different. I'm getting used to it, but it's good. You know, it's just a good different type of energy. You know what I mean? So we're about to go into the next thing. We're gonna get into Sheree and Kenya. Okay. Now Kenya comes over, and then Sheree and Kenya, they greet each other and stuff like that. And then Sheree was like, "I really like you now, Kenya. I really like you." And then Kenya was like, "Really?" And then Sheree's like, "I almost love you, bitch." And then they start laughing or whatever. So it's good to see Sheree and Kenya getting along and being friendly. But I really believe that it's never really they didn't like each other. I think that they had this banter that was very shady, but sometimes it got out of hand. But I don't think that there was ever a time where they really just didn't like each other. I just think that the shade probably just got out of hand a couple of times. So they never really truly got to be friends. But I think they liked each other and they just liked to shade each other pretty much. So they start talking about Marlo's event. And Kenya was like, it's this whole pretentious thing of I got money, I got this, I got that, when I really ain't got nothing that really gets me about Marlo. And a lot of what Kenya was saying was all facts, to be honest. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. Everything she said was true. Marlo is doing too much. She's so glad to have that damn peach in her hand that she doing so much to prove a point when she really don't have to do that. Let your personality speak for itself, my love. You don't have to do all of that. You really don't. You really don't. Like that thirst that you was giving. I understood that because you was a friend of the show and you had to bring it. But girl, you got a peach now. Yeah, you can still be messy, but stop being so like Marlo is just so over the top. She is so annoying. And what's funny about that is that she's an Aquarius just like me, and we're both February Aquariuses at that. And I know that people can say that I'm a little dramatic, but I hope I don't act like Marlo. Hmm. I hope not, cause she disgusts me. I'm just being honest. She disgusts the hell out of me, honestly. Anyway, so Sheree starts telling Kenya what Marlo was saying up behind her back. And it's basically like Sheree already carrying them bones already. I'm like, these bitches already being messy already, and it's already episode. It's only episode 2, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Okay, I'm here for it. Show us that you still got. So it's just like Kenya is not really affected by none of the shit that Marlo said. But my thing with Marlo is everybody said something. And I felt like she was more so fixated on what the hell Kenya said than anything. Like she was constantly going for Kenya and she was constantly going for Drew. But she didn't say anything really directly to Kandi, but it's just like everybody said something, but you're so fixated on Kenya that you ready to drag her for any little thing. And I just think that girl, you just admit it. You want to drag Kenya because you still really don't like her, but Kenya was being shady. That is true. She definitely was. And y'all know I'm not no team twirl representative anyway, or whatnot. But it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy to me how, Marlo just have a set of rules just for certain damn people to me. And that's just how it comes across. So I don't know what to say about Marlo sometimes, to be honest. I just think that she's very fixated on Kenya and what she's saying, and pretty much this is really going to be the things that really set this thing off. But one could argue that Kenya really got this thing started because of her shade at the party. But like I said, everybody threw shade. So it shouldn't just be on Kenya. But to each his own. So as they were talking about the things that Marlo said about Kenya, Sheree calls Sonia to confirm the tea, and Sonia confirmed the tea and added more things that Marlo said. And I'm like, so is Sheree and Sonia going to be the messy duo? Because they already was the ones that was being messy when they ran their asses over there and told Marlo what the hell the rest of the girls had to say without telling her what the hell they said. But now they over here, spilling tea with Kenya and shit like this. So I'm just like, girl, what's really going on up in this bitch? Y'all, my allergies have been fucking with me. So please don't mind me when I'm clearing my throat or if I'm coughing, because I'm kind of getting over this allergy thing right now. But child, it's been wearing me out. Okay, so then that's when Kenya starts telling Marlo, well, Kandi spilled some tea to me about your assistant. So apparently, you and Drew got the same assistant that dude, Anthony. The same dude that I just told y'all about last week, okay? He the same one that was on Web Life arguing with my friend Carl. He's also the same one that got all that shit going on Basketball Wives between Jackie and Malaysia. That's the one. That's the messy queen that was getting all the shit started. And now it looks like he finna get all the shit started yet again on another show. Yet again on another show, honey. So, that's what he got going on, child. That's what he got going on. He already getting shit started already, honey. So, and they show all the flashbacks of how Drew had called Kandi, telling Kandi that that her and Sheree got the same same assistant, and the assistant been saying this and that about Sheree. And then that's when Kandi went back and told Kenya about it. And now Kenya said, this is not a good idea. This is messy. This is looking like it's not good. And then Kandi said, you need to talk to Sheree about it. But in the same instance, you tell Drew to talk to Sheree about it, but you bring your little messy ass over there and told Kenya about it already, knowing that Kenya gonna jump start this shit. Kandi, you knew what the fuck you was doing. You being a slick bone collector, and you think ain't nobody noticing it, but I'm noticing you, girl. You being a slick bone collector, girl. Let we see you, girl. We see you, girl. You knew what to do. Drew gave you the tea. You decided to pour some tea up in Kenya's cup, and you already knew that Kenya was gonna bring the whole damn pitcher of tea right on over there to Sheree. So now that Sheree knows that, you know, Anthony is her assistant and it's Drew's assistant as well, and Anthony been talking shit about Sheree, oh, it's gonna be a shit show already. These girls is messy as hell. So then not only was they talking about, and then not only that, you know, Kenya was like, well, she was saying all this stuff about, all the stuff that Anthony told her about you and all this other stuff. And then then Kenya spilled the tea about rapping the assistant. And I'm just like, Kenya is being so messy. Like, she is being so messy. She giving me an Oliver Twix tea from Chasing That Lamp. You know what I'm saying? But she's being sneak messy like Oliver Twix do. That's the type of tea she giving me right about now. And, you know, all three of us are Aquariuses too. So, yeah, we know what we be doing sometimes, child. We know what the fuck we be doing, honey. So, it's like, she getting that shit going. And then Sheree was like, she need to be worried about that instead of worried about me and my business. So I'm like, it's already finna be some drama. It's already finna be some drama up in this bitch. We already see it's finna be some drama. We already see that Drew, this already sets up this beef that's finna go down between Sheree and Drew. We finna see it happen right before our eyes already, okay? Already ready for it. We get into Drew and Ralph, okay? And I like watching them. I enjoy watching them, but girl, Drew is silly and stupid in love, okay? She's either stupid, she's silly, she got amnesia, or she really don't know what the fuck going on, or she just a clown. I want to say she got all of these damn problems and all of these attributes, to be honest. She's a fucking clown. Because ain't no way in hell you cannot tell me that Drew doesn't see what the fuck Ralph is doing. Ralph is a certified gaslighter, okay? And she talking about, people be telling me that Ralph be gaslighting me, but I don't think that he's gaslighting me. Girl, what the hell do you call it? I'm trying to understand, what the hell do you call it? Because it looks to me like he gaslighting your ass to the T. He is gaslighting the hell out of you, and you don't fucking see it. And I'm trying to understand how you don't fucking see that he's gaslighting you with the realness. He really is. And you are sitting up here just playing this game like you don't know what the fuck is going on. You know what's going on, and you playing. Just like he playing with your emotions and playing with your mind, you are fucking playing. You know what this man is doing, and you know what he's capable of. You've known this man way longer than us, okay? You've known Ralph Pittman much longer than we've ever known him, and we already can see that he's a gaslighting ass nigga, and you don't fucking see it. And then you ask about the assistant. He says he fired the assistant, but in the same breath, he's still communicating with the damn assistant. So my thing about this is, if you fired her, why the fuck are you still communicating with this woman in the first place? If you already know that this woman was a problem for you and your wife. You know this woman was a problem for your wife, and then Kandi found the assistant's page, and she was taking shots at your wife. So why in the hell are you still even entertaining this woman when she didn't give a fuck about you nor your marriage? She offered massages to a whole married man and probably won't give him a happy ending after the damn massage. But then again, you probably already fucked this damn assistant, and that's why you keep in contact with her. That's why you keeping tabs on this bitch, because you already fucked her already. Is that true? Let me know if it's not. Let me know if it's not, because that's how it comes across. It comes across like you already know what's up. It comes across like you done already slept with this woman already. It comes across like you already know what the business is with this woman already. You already know. So what's really going on here? That's the part I'm trying to understand. What's really going on here, Drew? Like you don't see what's going on? Like you don't see you don't see what's really going on here? Like you don't see that your husband is playing up in your face? You like, girl, where, like, what, like, I'm really trying to figure out how the hell you don't see that your husband is playing in your face right now. Because that's exactly what he doing. He playing in your face and you act like you don't see it. This dude set up here and told you that he fired the assistant, but still communicating with her. Red flags. Red flags. I don't see how you don't see this. Like, I don't understand how you don't see what's really going on here. Like, this man is literally playing with you. He literally fucking you raw in your mind, and you act like you don't see it. This better be for a storyline, because I cannot imagine anybody being this damn stupid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I can't imagine nobody being that stupid. Because you stupid, girl. You real stupid. And you showing your stupidity every time you open up your mouth on this damn show. I'm just being real. You being stupid. Okay, so Kandi is producing a Broadway play. I think it's Thoughts of a Colored Man, I believe. And one thing about Kandi, she gonna get to the bag. One thing about Kandi, she always got a hustle going on. And that's one of the reasons why I love me some Kandi. And I don't care what none of y'all got to say about Kandi Burris. Okay, I don't care. I love me some Kandi. Like, she's the epitome of a boss. She always got some shit going on. Always got something going on. Now, the OLG could be much better than what it is, but she always got something going on. We ain't gonna do the OLG on this review. This is the Housewives of Atlanta review. We ain't gonna talk about the old lady gang on here, but you know what I'm saying, though. You know what I'm saying. So, Kandi was basically saying that she got all this going on. She was talking to Todd about it. She basically saying, I cannot do all this by myself. You need to travel with me. And, Todd was like, well, what do you mean? Like, I do travel with you and all this other stuff. And so they was talking about all the stuff they got and they need to get rid of it. So they go up in this pool area and there's a lot of shit there. It's the guest house full of stuff. It's just like they using the guest house for storage. They got a lot going on right about now. And so Kandi brings up this condo. So it's kind of like, it's a condo that Todd and his ex had at one point in time. The ex didn't refinance the condo. So he bought it. And now that's his condo in New Jersey. It's a spot for them in New Jersey. And Kandi was like, my name not on that place. And then Ty was like, my name ain't on this house. And you're right, it's not, because Kandi really bought that house and she signed the deed. So that's really her house. So do y'all see what's going on here? Ty got a condo in Jersey. This house that he lives in with Kandi is basically a Kandi Burris production. She owns this house. He got a prenup. Kandi has protected herself all the way through. So it's like she ain't got to pay you shit, and you ain't finna take this house from her because it's in her name and she paid for it. She know what she doing. She know what she doing. She know exactly what she doing. But one thing about it is I don't know. I don't really see nothing wrong with him having a condo in Jersey, because a lot of people with money, they have different residents in different areas. But I think that the part that really makes people scratch their heads is the fact that that's a place that he shared with his ex-girlfriend. You know what I mean? And he still got it. So it is what it is. So Ty was like, well, when I met her, she was still in the house that she was in. and that she bumped and grind all up and through this house. She didn't even flip the mattress over. And when he said that, bitch, I hollered. I'm like, Todd, you didn't have to do Kandi like that. Like, you did not have to blast her like that for not flipping the mattress over. I'm just like, I'm just like, Todd is a hot ass mess. But that shit was funny as hell. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, Todd can be funny whatever he wants to. You know what I mean? Like, mm-mm. Like I'm loving it. That shit was funny as hell. I enjoyed that whole scene. If you really want to be real, I enjoyed that entire scene because it was funny as hell. So we get into Kandi and Marlo, and they sit down and they talk, and then Kandi was like, she was talking about being Marlo being a Monty and how she's liking that role that Marlo plays and stuff like that as the Monty, and then they started talking about the party. And Kandi was basically telling her what she said because the other two went over there and just told you everything everybody else said, but didn't bother to tell you what the hell they were saying. But this is what we were saying, and then they was going back and forth about it. And then Marlo started talking about how it's a struggle with her and her nephews, and how she felt like I think Marlo feels like she's handing them life on a silver platter. She's giving them exactly what they want and showering them with a lot of things, and she feels like they're not going to appreciate it. But Kandi was like, why can't we normalize black people not coming from struggle? Like, why can't we let some of our black people be privileged? And I think that's a good thing to say. Marlo should never feel guilty about giving her nephews the world. She should never feel guilty about that. Marlo grew up in the projects. Marlo's mother was on drugs. Marlo's mother was abusive. I think she said that. She was in foster care. It's the same old story about how a young black woman growing up in the house with a drug addicted parent who was also kind of abusive on certain occasions, probably had an abusive relationship, and then probably had an abusive relationship with some man who was also drug addicted as well, probably, and then she took it out on her daughter, which was Marlo, and then wound up being her, her being in foster care, and foster care being her safe haven and things of that nature. So I feel like that's what this is. So I think that she should never feel any kind of way about, you know, giving her nephews the best. They deserve the best just like she did, you know? Because I know one thing, if this blogging shit ever took off for me the way that I needed to, I would never feel bad for showering my brother with whatever it is that he wants. Because, my brother's dad, which is my ex stepfather, is not in his life. So I kind of stepped into that role early on, even when my mother was married to my stepfather. I stepped into that role early on, taking care of my brother, getting him what he needs, and also getting him what he wants. So I kind of shower my brother now. It's like whenever he asks me for something, I give it to him. But if I ever got into the place where I can make X amount of money and do this and do that, I do it for my brother because I know what it feels like to be in the midst of struggle. My mom was a single parent. She was a teacher's assistant. They weren't getting paid no more than like $900 a month. So there were times where the lights was cut off. There were times where the water was cut off. There were times where we had to deal with a lot of struggle. My mom was on food stamps. Like, we went through the struggle when we were growing up. Like, we didn't really notice it because we were growing up. But when we got older, we understood shit. You know what I mean? Like, we understood. So I I would never want my brother, even though and my brother's 21 now, so he's an adult. But even still, I would still shower my brother with things because, we came up from a struggle. Like, my brother had a little bit differently than we did. My mother was better off financially when he came along, but the only difference is the abuse was bad. And when I say the abuse, I'm talking about the domestic abuse that we all seen with my stepfather and my mom. But other than that, like, Marlo should never feel bad for showering her nephews with anything because of where they come from. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So Candy started saying No, Marlo starts questioning Kandi about why the nephews don't be over the house, why she don't come over to the house, and she need for Kandi to do this for her and do that for her. And Kandi said, "I'm gonna need you to be the friend that you. I need for you to be the friend that you want everybody to be to you." That's a true statement. Cause let me tell y'all something. People will expect so much out of you, but they don't give that same expectation to themselves. I always try to be the best friend that I know that I can be to all my friends. Real talk. I try to be the best friend that I possibly can to be to all of my friends. I really do. I try to be there for my friends. I try to surprise my friends with different things. Like they're like sometimes at random I choose three friends and I just give them all $15 for lunch. Like that's the type of friend I am. They don't even know I'm doing it. I just go through my phone and I'll be like, which one, which one, which one? Give it to whomever. Because that's just the type of friend that I am. You know what I mean? Now, a lot of the times I don't get that same love back from some of my friends. But for the most part, I try to be that friend that I want everybody else to be to me. You know what I mean? So with Kandi saying that, that was the truth. You gotta be what you want. You gotta be what you want others to be to you. And that's just facts on facts. So we're about to where are we at now? So we're about to get into Drew. She continues to question Ralph again, and Ralph keep playing games. I think they were working out. She keeps on asking him questions, but he keep on playing games. Keep on gaslighting her. Keep on playing her like she's stupid. So Ralph, Todd, and Aaron they meet up at Blaze. And I know that some people online was basically saying they don't want to see the men on the show like that, but I like to see the male dynamic. I think they should show the males interacting with each other. I mean, they used to do it anyway, like Greg, Peter, Todd, Apollo, all of them was cool with each other. So I don't mind seeing it. I'm not saying I want to see it all the time, but this was a pretty good scene, and not to mention all three of them were fine as hell. So I didn't mind looking at them, to be honest. So Aaron discussed wanting more kids, and he was saying that he doesn't think that his wife is on board with that, and Todd starts bringing up the assistant T. And then, Ralph was trying to explain it the best way he could. But it looks to me like Ralph looks to me like Todd nor Aaron believed anything that Ralph had to say. Everybody can see Ralph and see that he's full of shit. Everybody sees that. The only person who don't see it is Drew. But she probably do see it, but she gonna stay with him. She gonna stick beside him. Then they talk about the condo, and Todd was like, I got this old condo. I own it. I was just trying to get my lady to see that this would be a good place for us in Jersey. You know what I mean? Like, when we go into Jersey, we can go there, we can do this, we can do that. And then, Todd was like, but sometimes I feel like the women don't want us to have our own shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, but like someone said on Twitter, Kandi just don't want you bringing no bitches in the condo. That's the reason. She probably don't even trust your ass like that. Have you thought about that? Okay. So then Marlo's nephew Michael gets ready for homecoming and stuff like that. And I think that was cool to see, but it ain't that much to talk. It ain't really much to talk about on that. It was nice to see, good job, handsome guy, great Marlo. You got him a driver, photographer, you got him everything that he wanted. Okay, great Monty, yay Monty. Moving on. So Ralph surprises Drew. Drew is excited about this night. It's a restaurant, got candles, roses everywhere. They sitting down, it's just them two, and they're having conversation. And Drew pretty much lays the law down, basically saying that she wants them to be in a better place and all of this other stuff. So it's like the moment she starts speaking about her situations with him, he immediately got upset. And I just don't know what it was. Like, I don't know what the fuck she did to make him be upset. You know what I mean? All she really wanted to do was have a real conversation with him. And my thing about it is, it doesn't matter if this is a beautiful night, a great night, or what have you. I just feel like, I don't know. I just, I don't, I don't know. I just feel like, I just really feel as though it is what it is. Like, I definitely feel like Ralph doesn't like to take accountability for anything. And I just think that it's crazy. I just think that it's crazy because he doesn't want her to have a voice about nothing. He don't want her to talk about nothing. He don't want her to be involved in nothing. He feels like because he threw this for her and did this for her, that means that she needs to shut the fuck up and stop asking him anything. That's not the way things go. That's not the way things go. All she is really saying is that she wants y'all to be on a better foot because y'all haven't been. And that is the truth. Y'all haven't been. And that is a fair conversation to have. So why the fuck you mad again, nigga? Why are you mad? And what really be pissing me off about Ralph is the fact that he be talking to Drew like she's stupid. Do you know the definition of maniac? Do you know? She knows what the definition of it is, you bitch ass nigga. She knows what it is. Don't talk to her like she's stupid. That's verbal abuse at best. You talking to her, you belittling her. And I don't like that shit. You know what I mean? And yes, you can say I'm being like emotional, I'm overly passionate, I'm dramatic, I'm this, I'm that, say whatever. I don't like to see a man gaslight a woman like that and make her second guess herself. Because that's exactly what he was doing. He was making her second guess herself like hell. When she did nothing wrong by asking the questions that needed to be fucking asked. Okay? She did absolutely nothing wrong in this situation. Not nothing. She didn't do shit wrong. So why are we acting like she did? She didn't do nothing wrong here. Period. Nothing. Then, when he don't get the reaction that he wants, he gonna turn around and say, I shouldn't do nice things for you. I shouldn't do that. If narcissism was a person, it would be fucking Ralph Pittman. I'm telling you it'll be him. I was watching that shit and I was just feeling so bad for Drew. Especially when I saw her get up and cry. She got up to cry, and that dude did not get up not one time, didn't go not one step to check on that girl. He didn't give a fuck about her tears. He didn't care about nothing in regards to Drew. Not a damn thing. He didn't give a shit about her tears at all. He didn't care. Not once. He didn't give a shit. He didn't give a fuck at all. He saw her over there crying, and he kept on sitting there with his face looking like that and kept it pushing. That's what he did. He didn't give not one fuck about that. And I just think that that's really ridiculous. I think that is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's fucked up as a man to sit there and watch your wife deal with your bullshit, and then you gonna sit here and try to play her to the left. Like you literally playing this woman to the left. You playing her to the left. You playing her like she ain't shit, bro. She over there crying, and you don't have the feelings enough to go over there and see what's wrong, or hug her, or comfort her at all. Only thing you can say is, I should have never done this. I regret doing this, and you leave her there by herself. That was some lame ass, bitch ass shit. Okay, straight up, it was fucked up. Okay, that was some fucked up ass shit. I am so serious. That was so messed up. And that shit made me so mad. Like, I could not believe that that was even happening before my very eyes. That shit was, that shit was fucking crazy. I couldn't even believe what the fuck I was seeing. Are you serious? You can't be. You can't be. And that's all I really got. That's all I got. But before I get out of here, though, before we get up out of here, let me remind you guys of what I got coming up. Okay? Next up on Wednesday is Roaster Review, which features me, Terrence, and Josiah. And of course, we're going to be roasting and reviewing Kandi and the Gang's finale, as well as Love and Marriage Charlottesville. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout on Thursday for the prelude, where I sit down with Miss Wanda. Okay, we're going to sit down and have an interview with Miss Wanda this Thursday at 8/7 Central, okay? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And also, Who Was Wrong? Comes on Sunday morning at 11 a.m., 10 a.m. Central Time, and it will be featuring my guy, my boy, my buddy, my friend, Mims, aka Make It Make Sense. He will be a part of Who Was Wrong this Sunday, and we will be talking about the beef between Nene and Kenya. He chose this one, not me, okay? He chose this one, not me. So be on the lookout for that. Now, with that being said, you guys, this be your boy Scotty. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video. Also, click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops, okay? And also, if you want to follow me on any form of social media, all you got to do is look at the description box and it'll be down below. And if you want me to follow you back on IG, all you got to do is hit me up in the DMs with the hashtag Message Team Scotty, and I would definitely follow you back. With that being said, you guys, it's be your boy Scotty, and this was my review, and I'll talk to you on the next one. See you then.